This question has no answer, yet it's always there, hovering at the edges of our awareness, waiting for us to turn and see it. Who are you? You might think you already know the answer. You have a name, you have a job, you have memories, hopes, and dreams, likes and dislikes. You have all these stories about who you are, but none of that is really you. All of that stuff, your thoughts, feelings, experiences, memories, all of it belongs to the mind. But who is it that owns the mind? Who is it that's aware of the mind? Who is it that sees the thoughts, feels the feelings, has the experiences? What is it exactly that you are? If you don't know the answer to this question, if you don't know who you are, then you'll never find true peace, because you're always going to be chasing after things that you think will make you happy, things that you think will fulfill the void inside of you, only to find that they don't. If you want to understand what makes you you, you need to go beyond thought. There's still, small voice that speaks without sound. Where does it come from? What is it? Who are you? Beneath all the chaos of thoughts, emotions, and experiences, what is the nature of awareness itself? This is the quietest question of all. It's the question that every one of us is asking, even though we may not be aware of it. It's the question that brought us here tonight, that draws us into meditation, into contemplation. It's the question that drives us to seek out answers in books and from teachers, to look for guidance in the stars and the trees. I sit here at the edge of the woods, looking out at the twilight sky. The day is done. The sun has set, and now the moon is rising, casting its soft glow over the forest. As darkness falls, the world seems to quiet down. The sounds of the day fade away, leaving only the whisper of the wind through the trees. In this stillness, I can hear the soft rush of the nearby stream, the distant hoot of an owl, the gentle murmur of crickets, and somewhere far off, the faint, sweet song of a distant guitar. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the scent of pine and earth. Above me, the first stars begin to appear, like distant fires, winking into view, one by one. Higher and higher, the constellations take shape, forming patterns of light against a deepening blue. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of stars. As I stand here in the gathering dark, I feel a sense of peace and tranquility. The worries and distractions of the day seem to melt away, leaving me free from the incessant chatter of my mind. There's a moment here between the day and the night, between activity and rest, where I can just be. Just be. In this moment of stillness, I am reminded of how truly alive I am. I am aware of the ground beneath my feet, the air on my skin, the sound of the wind in the trees. And within me, my heart beats, my breath flows in and out. I am fully present in this place and in this moment. Yet, there is a part of me that wants to hold on to this feeling, that tries to capture it, to make it last, okay? But in doing so, I begin to grasp at something that is already slipping away. The more I try to hold on, the faster it slips through my fingers. And I know that this is the nature of all things. Nothing lasts forever. Everything changes. Everything eventually ends. And yet nothing is lost, because everything is connected. Nothing exists in isolation. Each ending is also a beginning. As the moon climbs higher in the sky, it illuminates the forest in a silvery light. Shadows stretch and twist, taking on strange and wonderful shapes. The air grows cooler, inviting rest and relaxation. It's a time for dreams, for letting go and surrendering to the mystery of the universe. I close my eyes and breathe deeply, feeling the tension releasing from my body. My thoughts began to drift, to wander freely, no longer bound to the logic of the waking world. I am entering a state of deep relaxation and peace. But there is another side to this coin. While some would choose to live forever in this blissful state, to surrender to the infinite mystery of the universe, others would cling desperately to the known, to the familiar shores of their waking lives. they would fight against the inevitable ebb and flow of existence, trying in vain to stop the relentless march of time. These are two paths that we can walk. One leads to deeper awareness, to greater freedom. The other leads to suffering, to fear and despair. The choice is ultimately up to us. But here's the paradox. In order to choose wisely, we must learn to let go, must learn to trust in the process of life, to surrender to the mystery of the unknown. Only then can we hope to find true peace and happiness. But how do we do that when the mind is constantly grasping, constantly seeking to control, constantly trying to make sense of the senseless? How do we find stillness when the world around us is in constant motion? How do we find peace when we are surrounded by so much noise? Look at the surface of the water, how it mirrors the world above, but also moves and flows according to its own laws. Similarly, our thoughts and feelings come and go, but they don't define us. We are not our thoughts, nor are we our emotions. We are the ones who observe them, who are aware of them, who experience them. When we identify with our thoughts and emotions, we become like a small boat on a stormy sea, tossed and turned by the waves, blown about by the winds. But when we learn to let go, when we learn to flow with the currents of life, then we can ride the waves with grace and ease. In the same way that the moon pulls the tides, our thoughts pull our emotions. They create waves of excitement, anger, fear, sadness. But it's important to remember that we are not these emotions. We are the ones who experience them. We are the ones who can choose how to respond to them. When we learn to observe our emotions without judgment, without trying to change them, we can find a deep sense of calm and clarity. We can find a place of stillness in the midst of the storm. For many of us, the modern world is too stimulating. We are bombarded with information and sensory input from the moment we wake up until we go to bed. Our minds are constantly racing, thinking, planning, worrying. But in this constant state of mental chatter, we lose touch with ourselves. We lose touch with the present moment. We forget who we are. So we can learn from the natural world, which is always resting. The trees stand still in the wind. Ponds do not crumble in the face of erosion. The ocean is calm and peaceful, even when the waves are crashing. Okay, this is the kind of stillness that we can cultivate within ourselves. It is a stillness that comes from deep within, from the depths of our being. It is a stillness that is not dependent on external circumstances. It is a stillness that is always available to us. We just need to learn how to access it. And so, I invite you to close your eyes and simply be. Let go of all your thoughts, all your worries, all your plans. To be present in this moment. To feel the ground beneath you, the air around you. Hear the sounds, see the sights, smell the smells. Taste the flavors. Be fully present in this moment. And in this moment of stillness, you will find peace. You will find yourself. We have been contemplating a profound question tonight, a question that has echoed through the ages. We have explored the depths of our own awareness and considered the vast mysteries of the universe. We have looked at the nature of reality and the search for meaning in a seemingly chaotic world. It's time to close our eyes and rest. To sleep now, my friends, and may your dreams be filled with insight. May you wake refreshed and renewed, ready to face the day with a clear and focused mind. Sleep now, and may your night be filled with stillness. Embrace the quiet of the night and let your thoughts drift peacefully, okay? In this stillness, you will find a deep sense of calm and serenity. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. Together, we have delved into the depths of our own consciousness and explored the boundless wonders of the universe. And so, we come to the end of our time together, but our exploration does not end here. I encourage you to continue to ask questions, to seek out answers, and to never stop exploring the mysteries of life. And so, I leave you with a final thought, a thought that has resonated with me deeply on this journey. Remember that in the quietest moments, in the depths of your own being, you will find the answers you seek. Trust in the power of stillness and embrace the quietest question of all. Who am I? For in the answer to that question lies the key to your deepest desires, to your greatest potential. May you never stop seeking, never stop questioning, and may you always find peace in the stillness.